ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick,
This is freaking awesome. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Marvel Legends 80 Years Vintage Collection Storm. If you're trying to pick up your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
I've been wanting this figure for so long. I actually did a giveaway for this figure over at the Minnesota Nerd and Out Con. So yeah, Joey B won this over here. But anyway, the package looks great on this as it's supposed to with these vintage collection figures. Nice art of Storm right over there. It says lightning blasts, and you can see the lightning blast right here. And on the back, you can see the other figures from the wave. Then you can see there's a read up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. There's Storm again right there. Nothing on the side or at the top or at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Storm out of the packaging, looking quite gorgeous. I'm very pleased with what I am looking at already. This is the most anticipated figure from the wave, for me anyway. I've wanted a redone Storm for quite some time now, and I think this was an interesting choice for what we're looking at right over here for the color of Storm with this design. We don't get too many accessories, we just get some lightning bolts, so let's get a closer look at those, and then we'll take a closer look at Storm. So not a lot to say with these lightning effects. We've seen them many times before. They're the same ones that we've seen with the previous Storm figures. I'm not going to waste your time getting into any kind of great detail with these, but yeah, just as all the other ones, you can just go ahead and easily wrap it around her hand like that, so that looks pretty cool. I've always just been a little bit confused as to what color this costume design is supposed to be, either silver or white. From the cartoon, it looked very white, and I think that's a smart choice that they went with the white right over here. It seems like they've been going for the more cartoon look for a lot of these characters, and it's not just a regular white, it's a pearlescent white, which we'll get a closer look at in just a minute, but I really like the head sculpt a lot. Looks similar to the other Storms that we've seen in the past, but the paint apps came out looking really good. I like the flesh tone a lot. Eyebrows look good. I like the whited out eyes and everything. Nice lipstick color right there. Get the lightning bolts right there on each earring, or for each earring anyway. And nice gold paint on those. And I love how the hair came out, man. Oh, it looks great with all this nice wash right there and all those creases. I love that blue over the white. Looks really good. Makes me very happy. Great sculpt over here too. So that is looking very awesome. Dig that quite a bit. We have these shoulder pads right over here, and this is a little bit of a kind of new tech that I've seen on Hasbro Marvel Legends, where you could untab this right here and you can see this clear plastic piece, and that clear plastic piece is attached to the cape. So that's how that works. Oh, and then that whole shoulder pad came off right there, so you could see how that's going to pop off on you when you articulate the shoulders too high, and I'll demonstrate that articulation in just a little bit, but you could rotate these pins right here, so that's actually kind of neat. Nice clean yellow paint right over there. We get a new torso, and then these new forearms and these new upper arm areas right there. So you can see that it's a very pearlescent white color. It does have a bit of shimmer to it, and I think that looks really good. So I like that, especially with the flat yellow over it. So yeah, I'm digging that quite a bit, especially with these new sculpted arms right here. That looks great. And this side looks really good as well. You can see some wrinkles right here in the forearm. So that's all new. At first I didn't think it was. And then the whole lower torso and upper torso looks new to me as well. Of course, we have this sculpted on strap right here, or band anyway, coming across the right breast, and then you have the belt right there. And then looking on the back, you can see some wrinkles sculpted in there. You get some Storm nalgas, not looking too bad. And then we've seen these legs before, Hellcat legs. That's right, the Hellcat legs right over here. That's where I got it from. And you can see some, I don't know, weird marbling going on right there, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's okay. It's like these fake wrinkles, you know, to match the upper torso, right? Right? Okay, it's just wishful thinking. I know that's just marbling effect. But still, I like the pearlescent white throughout on the figure. It does look pretty good. And we've seen these feet before, and she still has peg holes. And then looking at the cape, looks really good right here too. I like this material. We've seen it before, and you can see the little cloth bands around the wrists right over there holding everything together. So that's pretty neat, you know, seeing some soft goods with our Marvel Legends. I don't mind that one bit. And I just wanted to get another look right here at the very back of the figure so you could see how this all comes together. This side actually got twisted over here, so I have to try to remove the hand and try to, you know, put that right back on there. And I didn't mention that we get these little wristbands over here too. And this hand actually came out pretty warped on mine right away, so I did have to heat it up with the dryer, but yeah, it looks a whole lot better right now. So I like the articulation, but I have some problems with the articulation on this figure as well. You can get her head to look up a bit. You can shift it back and she'll look up just that much, so not a lot right there. You can get her to look downward a lot more, and it does shift forward and back over here. That does help, but you get side to side motion, and there goes one of the shoulder pads. A little irritating, but you can get it over the shoulder pad if you're careful enough without knocking it off. You do get a great amount of head pivoting right there. And then the shoulders will move up just that far before you pop off these pegs. Well, no, it's staying on there. Oh, it's this way, yeah. So you can rotate forward just that far without popping it off, and there it goes. So yeah, you can see there is a limited range of movement as far as moving forward goes, and moving back, it'll move back actually quite a bit more so. So I wish they actually figured out a way to get the peg to go into the very back right here. That may have given us a little bit more forward motion with those arms. Anyway, you could rotate up here, of course, and then you get a single jointed elbow. That does meet the 90-degree mark. You get rotation at the elbows. Then both hands turn side to side and hinge up and down. You get a diaphragm joint that turns side to side. Great diaphragm pivot. She crunches forward that much and back all the way to the point where you can see a big old gaping hole, which is a bit frustrating. I wish they had a little bit more plastic right here on the lower torso so that you did not see that, especially with the fact that you can't get the head looking up so much. So when you get her into flying poses, she will look up all the way like you'd want her to, but you get that stupid gap right over here, and that's very frustrating. So it's just like that on that body mold. So, but you can still get her into flying poses with her looking up, just not looking up all the way. It's just missing it just by a tad, you know what I mean? But anyway, you get hips that move outward that far, and she'll kick forward that much and not back at all. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, just bend in that far, and she has ankles that move down, and they move up, and she has beautiful ankle pivot. Now to measure out this Storm figure, you can see that she is standing right at 6.5 inches tall. And then for the white suit Storm figure comparison, we have our Hasbro version next to the Toy Biz X-Men Classic Storm, which is a repainted version from the Series 8 Marvel Legends Storm, or was it Series 7? Oh man, it's so long ago. But anyway, yeah, this is definitely a lot more blue than white or silver. So yeah, in the long run, I feel like this just did not hold up the way I'd like it to. So yep, this one's getting replaced by this one right here for sure. And then for your Marvel Legends Hasbro Storm figure comparison, we have our Blood Storm figure, and then we have the 80s Storm, and then here's our brand new 90s Storm figure. And you can go ahead and swap some parts around over here. So let's go ahead and see how it looks taking this more recent Mohawk Storm, because I like that they have the lightning bolts for the earrings right there. So if you wanted to do that, that looks pretty cool. It doesn't look too bad, but I still prefer the longer hair Storm, you know what I mean? Even though I like the Mohawk look. Or if you wanted the even bigger Mohawk, that looks pretty cool too. And then getting the regular head on there. And I wanted to see if it was possible to swap the capes, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit too tricky with the way this is ported inside the mid-torso right over here, and with this whole different design thing going on right over here at the top. So that's not really going to work out as far as swapping capes. I just want to see how this new head sculpt looks on this older body. I actually like how this looks right here. That's pretty cool. But I'm still waiting on that very classic version of Storm. Can't wait for that one to come out. Hopefully they make that. Please, Hasbro, please. And then here's the new Storm figure next to some other X-Men Gold Team figures. We have Bishop, Jean Grey, Iceman, and the Colossus figure with the Juggernaut 2-pack, which is still freaking amazing. Love this figure. But anyway, I'll be reviewing the new Iceman figure tomorrow, so stay tuned. And then here's the new Storm figure next to the Marvel Legends Tiger Stripe Wolverine figure. You know, because she likes them short and hairy. And then here's the new Storm figure next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Okay, I know it's inappropriate to talk about women's farts, but I have to know, when you fart, do you have lightning come out of your butt, or does the lightning come out of the sky? I can't wrap my head around this one. Can you tell me, please? Whoa. Oh, no! Oh, the silent So I dig this figure quite a bit. I do have my frustrations with it though. I'm not joking, man. I seriously get irritated when those shoulder pads pop off, and it is irksome that I could see the middle of her torso and I bend that torso joint too far back, but I still really like the figure a lot. I still think it looks very cool. I definitely see it as an upgrade compared to my Toy Biz version, and I still really like that old school Toy Biz version. It's just that this is better in my eyes, so I'm very happy to have this figure. Really love having this Storm figure. Can't wait for the classic one to come out. And at the price point of around 20 to 25 bucks, I'm giving this figure a sud rating of...
It's not too bad.
I will say this, I would rather have a Build-A-Figure piece included than the fancy packaging, you know what I mean? Fancy packaging is cool and all, but I prefer Build-A-Figures, and I think that's where all the money went, where it would have gone to a Build-A-Figure, they put it towards packaging. But anyway, still really like this figure quite a bit, and I'd like to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section below, and hit that like button if you liked the video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure you hit that notification bell as well. And big thanks to all these people over here that support this YouTube channel. I really appreciate it, you guys. I have winter announcements going up, and if you want to see the latest in Marvel news, be sure to check out marvelousnews.com, and don't forget to follow me over on the social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing
hey, new Shartimus Prime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.